Hey, it's Ashley here to talk to you a little bit about fitness. Today I want to talk about strength training as a way to get going with fitness. Why would strength training be a great place to start? To be honest, I can't think of a better way to get started with fitness. Obviously, something like walking and things like that are great too. However, I will say that with strength training, I really want to encourage you to look so far beyond just the muscle benefits. When we strength train, we are also training our cardiovascular system. If you've ever done a hard set of dumbbell curls or lunges, you know that when you're done, you're breathing heavy, you're working hard. You're also strengthening all of the parts of your body that need strength besides muscle. So a few years ago, I was really wanting to get stronger for lots of different reasons. And I was not as strong as I used to be. And that was one thing that was really bothering me. However, when I started lifting weights, I had this shoulder issue that was going on that I honestly had started to believe was just a chronic ailment that I was going to have to just live with. But I'm so glad I decided to go to physical therapy. This physical therapist that I saw, you guys, was phenomenal. And I wish that I could send her to everybody. She was able to identify what was going on, and it turned out to be bicep tendonitis. I was thinking it was something with my joint and I was going to need surgery, sometime down the road because the pain was relatively chronic at this point. But through very targeted strengthening exercises, I was able to build my shoulder muscles up in less than a month, enough to where I didn't have pain anymore. And I was also able to do things that I was simply otherwise not able to do without an excruciating amount of pain, either at the time doing them or after. So we really need to think about things like our tendons, like our ligaments, and even our bones. There are so many benefits to literally every single structural part of our body when we do resistance training or strength training or weight training, whatever you want to call it. There's lots of different things. There's lots of different variations. And you know what else I want to share with you is when I really started taking strength training seriously, my cardiovascular fitness dramatically improved. When I was first doing my strength training, that's all I was doing. It's what I made time for. And I wanted to start with something that was doable. It didn't take a ton of time and all that kind of stuff. But then once I started to add in my cardiovascular fitness again, I was blown away at how much I was able to do and how easily I was able to do it. Even though I hadn't been doing it for like 6 months, I was actually in better shape than before I started strength training. Strength training can be an absolute phenomenal place to start. And there's a very low barrier to entry. Anybody can do it. Start with body weight, very, very simply. If you want to read articles about how to get started or even have me help you along the way, I have a fitness program that's specifically geared towards this initial step of getting started and getting maybe past some of these hurdles that have been an issue in the past. If you want to see more, I will link that in the first comment. And I hope you have a great day.